I want to specifically warn you to this live broadcast today, Wednesday, 29th of November 2023. Thank you for joining, and wherever you're watching from, I want to say good day, good evening, or whatever time it is in your location. I want to appreciate you for joining in this live broadcast. It's going to be interesting today because there are so many things to talk about here, and basically because it is important for us to continue educating our people and helping people to understand what is happening and then analyzing situations for you to understand very well. It's going to be very interesting today, and I want you to sit tight and expect to get full detail of the things we're going to be talking about today. We're going on the second edition of the narrative I began on Monday. That's 2 days ago. I was supposed to come live yesterday, but I couldn't because of activities. But please pardon me, even if I promised I was going to actually come yesterday, but I couldn't. But of course, we're here today. We will always do it. Today, I was able to post the third law of freedom fighting, which entails you understanding the place of your kinsmen and people within you who would definitely become tools in the hands of the slave masters to take advantage of your vulnerability and also get rid of you in the way they want to. Of course, it only takes someone who is close to you to understand your operations and be able to convey information to the enemies to deal with you. And so that's why it is fundamentally important to understand that freedom fighting is not just an issue of buying guns, weapons, or somebody coming online to talk tough. No, that's not freedom fighting. Freedom fighting is not believing that somebody who is talking and shouting on social media is actually fighting for your freedom. No, that's not freedom fighting. Freedom fighting is way beyond that. It is deep seated, it is full of information and content. And those contents must be understood by everyone who is involved and everyone that is affected by the situation. And that is why today I've come to continue the narrative of preaching and speaking about this whole thing. The reason why I focus on the autopilot, I've been focusing on the or for a while, is because they are the ones whom Biafrans think are working for them now. And of course, I was there, thinking that we were actually working according to the ordinance of Mazin and the Kano. That was what I thought, and some other people also who believed that, who thought that way. But we come to discover and understand when the issue of the currency began, and then it moved on to the issue, basically the currency, having their faces on the currency, and then moving to the issue of our men not being taken care of. The men Mazin and the Kano established, ESN, not being taken care of. And then suddenly there was a redesign of things to suit the interest of some certain people under the rogue man in Finland. And they decided to begin to design their own strategy and structure so that they can have everything under them, so that they can have people who are loyal to them, and so that they could have people who obey them. And I will give you evidence of this today. Those of you saying, what do you mean by he wants people who will be loyal to him and people who will obey him or agree with him? I'll give you evidence about that. But of course, I'm going to make it a different broadcast maybe tomorrow, because I'm going to give you a very clear cut understanding of why the referendum convention was held. You will now come to understand the clearer picture of why that convention was held. Stay with me tomorrow, 30th of November, and Thursday, 30th of November. I am going to be giving you the details from the mouth of the criminal himself, talking about why the convention was held, so that you would know that all the jamborees and all the things you did was just to fulfill that particular purpose. He said it himself. Now, anyways, I'm going to open that up to you. I want to thank you who are joining. Please, when you join in, just like the video and share on all your social media platforms. I think I need to also do that now, also from my end. Yes. So we are going to be going into the details of today's discussion. I'm going to be playing that particular audio again that I played 2 days ago, of which I was able to establish some facts, and you were able to understand some stuff. For those who want to understand, anyways, those who allow themselves to be, be flexible so that they can have things and understanding. Because if you don't have understanding, you will keep fighting truth. And the only way to have understanding is to have a plain mind, open, not sentimental mind, not mind that is controlled by stupidity, or a mind that is controlled by emotion. Because, of course, emotion is a faculty of the mind, but the emotion is not actually, the fullness, the full strength of the mind. It is only a faculty in the mind realm. But when you begin to dwell, on only, when you begin to dwell on only the emotion, then, you begin to make lots of mistakes in your life. And that is what has been killing our people. Lots of mistakes, lots of mistakes, lots of mistakes. Our people are just concentrating on their emotion. Our people are not thinking, they are not reasoning, they are not constructive, they are not, I mean, meditating over issues, looking at them critically to understand what they represent and how they affect their lives. They just take decisions based on their emotion. And whenever emotion is in control, it naturally distorts constructive living. It naturally distorts your ability to do the right thing. Emotion is destructive if not managed by the senses. Emotion is destructive if not managed by the senses. Emotion is destructive. I'm saying again, so that you can understand it. Emotion, is destructive if not managed by the senses. Sorry, one moment, please. Yes, emotion is destructive if not managed by the senses. Now, let's go straight to the broadcast of today so that you can begin to have the information that we need to have, and then we don't stay too long talking and dragging matters. We just need to give information, because the reason why, as I told you, we are concentrating on the criminal and his rogue team in Finland is because they have hijacked the mindset of most of our people, put them in their armpits or in their coven, and extorting them. And people are being extorted bastardly. And we can't allow this extortion to continue. We can't allow it to continue. Anyways, I'm going to play this. Please listen to it again, this time very, very attentively. Now, the guy said, my question is, and he said something along the line when he said, my question is, he said, the why we have been having problems is because of lies. Now, let's listen. Now, listen to this. Now, listen to this. He said that what has been causing this problem is when there are lies, right? That's what he said. How are you feeling? I'm on broadcast there. So, yeah. So, now he said that what has been causing this is when there are lies. Now, I want you to get this right. So, it simply means that they know there are lies, right? And he knows that the problem that has been there is because there are lies. Thank you so much, Mercy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Awesome to have you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, that means he knows that there are lies, and he knows that lies are the problem. And when it comes to things as fundamental as this, as what we're talking about, then lies becomes a very, very important factor that we must deal with, right? So now, I am going to, um, because there are some things I need to do now. I'm going to stop this broadcast here, and then we are going to continue on this narrative, you know, if possible today. If not today, then it's going to be tomorrow. But I assure you that I might come today. I might come today. There are some things that I need to do now. Please bear with me on this. Mercy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm going to make sure. Let's say maybe I'm going to come up by five Biafra time today. Please just bear with me. I'm going to come up again. So 5 or 6 p.m. Yes, 5 p.m. Hopefully 5 or 6 p.m. Just watch out for this because I'm very, very important that you need to know from this revealed unto you. Greetings, my brother Chukode. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining also. PM Biafra time. I'm going to come back. Let me finish what I'm doing because I'm in the office, so I need to finish up, so that I can conclude this, this episode. That you will understand, will come to understand. So please bear with me on this. Thank you so much. I love you guys. See you by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m.